Hello, everyone. So, yes, I've generated the title of the talk, so I don't know it. We will talk about SaaS platforms and cloud-native multi-tenancy in this talk, and I'm trying to keep it short. So, what are SaaS environments? So, we have environments where we have multiple customers which are isolated from each other, and maybe the vendor wants to get money for it per use or per packages. So when we talk about multi-tenancy, we talk about resource sharing between customers. It might be implemented in software. And in our case, every application instance is a tenant. So they are strictly separated from each other. And there are many challenges I faced in the last few years, and I want to talk about it today. So I was a bit too fast now. Good morning. Yes, so the first challenge we are facing exactly in GitOps-based environments is configuration. So we have lots of repositories. We might want to configure some global things where we have such things as an app set. We might have tenant-based configuration and also, in the end, some more specific things. The second challenge we are facing is networking. So we want to avoid that front-end services from one tenant can access back-end services from another one. Another one are noisy neighbors. So if some tenants are not too much restricted in the resource usage, they should not harm other ones. Upgrading some multi-tenancy environments can also be a challenge. So we also need to ensure, we always need to ensure that we have enough resources to also spin up new pods, and that we have enough resources. The same for backend services. So when we are using cloud services in for our Kubernetes clusters, we should also ensure that they cannot access the foreign ones. What can we do when we build such multi-tenancy platforms to avoid all of these issues? We might ensure that we are isolating things very far, very good from each other, and we can build our platform in a way that we have some kind of infrastructure as code, using Terraform, Crossplane, and so on, which spins up Kubernetes environments, install GitOps controllers, and the secrets management, because we will need it in the future. Afterwards, we can trigger some kind of workflow or have a developer portal which will do this, which creates configuration, and in the end, we can deploy our tenants in the best way as possible via templates. This is a very big picture for a short amount of time. This should only show some kind of isolation things we can have between them, such as RBAC, network policies, request limits, and so on. Another new thing we find in Kubernetes environments are virtual clusters. So we can also spin up multiple clusters in one Kubernetes cluster, which could also do some kind of separation for us. And yes, when we are talking about operators, they can also help us spinning up multiple tenants of the same application. So they can help us installing, updating, and deleting tenants, but could also help us provisioning backend services. When we are talking about backend services, maybe we cannot operate them by ourselves, so we might get back to cloud services for them. We should ensure that each tenants use their own credentials. As we heard here, we have many things to monitor. So at some point in time, we might also want to write builds for the customers. Therefore, monitoring can be our friend. When we are talking about automation in SaaS environments, the most simple way to automate our workflows, but we could also create portals in the end. In the beginning, we should not over-engineer it, and we can always build developer portals and UIs around this. So I'm coming to the end now. These were very simple examples, and Isolation and resources are key for that. And obviously, this has been too much information for 5 minutes, so I will try to make this a bit longer in the next talk. Thank you for your attention.